Good evening. 4 wings of Birmingham Prison are in lockdown tonight following a major disturbance. Pictures have emerged on social media of inmates posing in riot gear. The trouble started in 2 wings at 9 o'clock this morning when it's believed a prison officer was overpowered by inmates. At around 2 o'clock, the unrest escalated with a further 2 wings shut down. A specialist tornado squad was then brought in to regain control of the wings at the jail, which is run by the private security firm G4S. Our reporter Ben Godfrey is there for us now. So, Ben, what's the situation now?
It's clear, it's very clear actually, that this prison behind me is in the grip of a major riot, a disturbance which we haven't seen here for many, many years. When you think hundreds of prisoners, 4 wings involved, and G4S, this is how large this incident has become, have handed over the security operation to the prison service. Now, in the last half an hour or so, I've seen about 6 to 8 prison vans go around the side of this Victorian building. Is that a sign that this disturbance could be coming to an end? My colleague Nicola Beckford has been following the day's developments.
Just after 9 o'clock this morning, prisoners took control of 2 wings of HMP Birmingham. An officer was assaulted and his keys were taken. Emergency services were called to the scene. This man was waiting outside for his son to be released when he heard the news.
There were riots started over the lack of hot water for prison inmates, and then a prison officer was called to the scene and he was threatened with a syringe and keys were stolen, which led to ultimately to a full-scale riot, which has obviously led to all the incidents that have happened today.
A specialist national riot squad was deployed to take back control. At least 3 ambulances and 2 fire engines were seen going inside. A helicopter and a dog unit were also deployed. This prisoner was released today and told us about conditions inside the prison.
There's no staff. There's too much member in there. People are dying. I've seen someone hang themselves outside my cell. It's terrible. There's no staff. It's 24-hour bang up most times. You know.
So what happened this morning?
There's a riot because no prisoners are getting what they need. There's no staff. There's like two officers to 4 floors.
By this afternoon, the disturbance had spread to another 2 blocks. These photographs are said to have been taken inside the prison, although we haven't been able to verify their authenticity. Critics say today's unrest is the result of a service stretched to the limit.
We've had problems at Winson Green Prison before, and there have been riots and other issues at prisons across the country. Prison officers have been warning for a long time about low staff morale, danger at work, the threat of rioting, lack of resource, and I'm afraid that's what we're seeing unfold in Birmingham today.
G4S, who run the prisons, say all officers have been accounted for. They say they're working with the Ministry of Justice to bring the incident to a safe conclusion. Nicola Beckford, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
So, Ben, how has the Ministry of Justice responded to this major disturbance?
Well, let me just show you this first, because behind me we've just had 3 police vans arrive, West Midlands police officers looking like they're wearing riot gear, preparing to go in. Now, the Ministry of Justice has said that actually this situation is contained, the perimeter is secure, and most importantly, there's no threat to the public. Generally through the day, you've had fire service, ambulance personnel and the police taking a watching brief, offering reassurance, really. You know, when the dust settles, when the prisoners are being carted off or transferred, questions will be asked of G4. Tonight, the Prison Officers Association isn't mincing its words, saying the private sector has been infected like the public sector, disregard for authority and a shortage of staff.
OK, Ben Godfrey, thank you. And we'll be back to Ben a little later in the programme for an update.